Howdy everyone, it's your buddy BP. I'm imagining that you are all enjoying Destiny 2.2, Lord knows I am. I wanted to put together a bigger video, but I'm so caught up, just enjoying all the new features and all the returning features that I just decided to put together this really quick video detailing a few things that I discovered while playing the new content. So I'm going to go ahead and get through them real quick so I can get back to playing the game. But first thing I wanted to talk about this new quest and this new strike that we got with the 2.2 patch. Not very impressive. It takes like 30 minutes to blow through the whole thing. First you start with a quest on the Dreadnought, which takes about 5 minutes to complete. All you have to do is find Malik, chase him down a hallway, kill a bunch of Taken, and then he disappears. My only advice is when Malik first appears, don't get too close to him. Try to back off a little bit, because if you get too close, he's going to spawn like a whole bunch of Taken on top of you, and you're going to have a bad time. So back off a little bit, get some room between you and him, and then start killing the Taken. When the mission is over, you got to collect 20 of these items. I think it's called Echoes of Malik, and the only way to get them is by killing Taken. Best way to do this? Go back and do the mission again. Takes about another 5 minutes. And before you know it, you'll have all 20 pieces. Take them to Eris in the tower, and she will send you to the moon for the Blighted Chalice quest. And this quest, this strike, just like the quest, very, very quick. We blasted through it in only a few minutes. Granted, it was level 36. I'm sure if we played on level 40 or 41, it would be much, much harder. But yeah, I was a little shocked as to how quickly and easily we were able to get through this strike. Regardless of that, when you finally finish this and you go back to Varix in the Reef, he will reward you with Dreadfang, this brand new Taken sword. Or at least it looks like it has Taken qualities. It deals void damage, and it does bonus damage to Taken, so that's very cool. And it's at 320. That was very nice. It was kind of a disappointing PvE experience, but at least you got a really cool, unique weapon out of it, so I was very glad for that. Secondly, I want to talk about Prison of Elders. I'm glad it's back. It's definitely going to be like my new PvE thing. I used to just really like doing level 41 strike playlists, but this might be my new thing. This is very fun and very challenging, but I noticed more than a few glitches. I noticed that at one point when I first started Prison of Elders, I spawned in with no other characters. I saw my character model, but I didn't see anyone else's. I mean, everyone else was in the game with me. Still, it was kind of weird not seeing my teammates. I was like, am I alone in here? Did I choose the challenge mode Prison of Elders by accident? What's going on? But they were in there, so it was just kind of a cosmetic change. But things started getting funky, because then when one of my teammates died, he got stuck in this little part of the geometry where I couldn't get to him. I was trying to revive him, but I just couldn't reach because it was kind of elevated, and it was just so annoying. I have no idea how it is that he died and managed to get wedged in there. It was very weird. Of course, after about 30 seconds, he was able to revive himself, so it wasn't too big an issue, but things got really, really bad at this one wave. And this was actually on the first Prison of Elders attempts that I had. We were not able to proceed. It literally broke. The Prison of Elders, it broke because this one tier 1 enemy got stuck in the geometry. I have no idea how we got in there, but he was so wedged into the geometry, we could not kill him, and it won't let you proceed until you kill all the enemies. We tried shooting them, we tried throwing our grenades, we tried using our supers, we tried using our heavy weapons. This guy would not budge. We literally had to leave because of this thing. I can't believe that. This is from my first experience of Prison of Elders since 2.2, and this is what happens. Oh, and when I get stuck in this little corner here in the same room, parts of the geometry vanish. I mean, I'm not going to fall through the environment or anything, but it just kind of glitches out, and you can just see through things. It's just bewildering. Prison of Elders has been around for almost a year, and this is still a thing? Why is this not fixed? It's pretty hideous. Thankfully, when I backed out and I went back to do Prison of Elders again, it did not have this glitch. I hope it was just a fluke, because this was not a very good way to introduce Prison of Elders to me. Still, when I did that second time around, it was problem-free, except, of course, for that one guy getting his ghost stuck in the wall where we couldn't revive him, but that was about it. So I'm glad to see Prison of Elders back. I just hope I don't see more game-breaking glitches like this in the future. Lastly, I decided to try out a couple weapons that were brought back in Year 2. These are still the Year 1 variants of the Dreg's Promise and the Queenbreakers Bow. It won't let me buy new ones at the kiosk, probably because I got them out of Legacy engrams. That's what I'm thinking anyway, so I guess I have to go find them in another way. That kind of sucks. I wasn't happy about that, but what you gonna do? I decided to take Dreg's Promise into the Crucible first to try out this new tracking feature, but I gotta say, maybe it's because I'm still using the Year 1 version, I really didn't see it. I was at least left with the impression that it's a bit more accurate, especially at range. I don't really feel like it was tracking though. It felt more like it just had extra aim assist, which is what it should have had, but I really don't feel like it was that different of a weapon, so that was kind of disappointing. What I was happy to see was that my Queenbreakers Bow wasn't nerfed too hard. I was worried that they were going to nerf the ammo inventory, and they did, but it wasn't by much. First, what I did was I took it into the Crucible, and I did it using 2 sets of armors that had Fusion Rifle Booster, and I used the Descendant perk, so it kind of lowered the ammo inventory a little bit. But even with those things factored in, whenever I picked up an ammo crate, I was getting somewhere in the neighborhood of like 16 shots, and that's still way better than your ordinary sniper rifle. Way back before, I could probably get somewhere in the neighborhood maybe like 20, maybe even 22. So I'd still lose a few shots, but it's still enough that you could easily run it as a primary in PvP if you wanted. And then in my second test, I decided to remove those armor pieces and just see how much ammo it gives you at a base with the Ascendant perk on, and it's 7 shots. And that's still pretty paltry. You used to be able to get like 11 before the nerf, but still 7 shots is way better than what you would get out of an ordinary sniper rifle. So I was very happy to see my Queenbreakers Bow is still very generous with the ammo. I will say, if you want to make the most of it, you kind of got to run an armor that has some fusion rifle boosters, but thankfully my Hunter has 2 great pieces of armor that have fusion rifle ammo boosters, so I was glad I didn't have to worry about my baby getting nerfed too hard. So I'm definitely looking forward to using more of the bow in the future. And that just about does it for this video. I know it's kind of quick and dirty and it's not very fancy, but I just wanted to get a few early feelings out as to what I've seen so far. And I know it seems like I've complained a lot, and it is a few complaints, but mostly I'm very happy that we got fresh content. I'm seeing lots more people now. It's really good to just go into the tower and just see lots and lots of Guardians around with fancy new armor. It feels like people are really coming back to the game. I'm happy to be back in the game. You know, I haven't really played PvP in a couple weeks, and it was nice to sort of get back in and get my familiar weapons again and just have a blast. So I look forward to playing more Destiny in the future. What about you? What are your feelings on the 2.2 patch as of now? Let me know in the comments section. I try to respond to as many people as I can, and don't forget to spank that like button if you enjoyed the video. Your support means a lot to me. And as always, y'all be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video.